Hey everybody, welcome back to Secret Squirrel Games. I'm your host, Secret Squirrel again. We are back with some cross out here. I had to make a couple of little technical adjustments. You'll see the screen probably do a couple little bouncing around, things like that. Because for whatever reason, it decided to act differently than what I intended. Oh, nope. Didn't want that. I don't know what's going on. Hold on a second. I'm trying to straighten this out. We'll just bring that down a little bit. How are we looking? We're looking a little teeny bit. Smaller than need be. Let's... we can do that just a little teeny bit bigger. Bip. How's that work? Yeah, it goes side to side now. Goes edge to edge. Anyway, I'm Secret Squirrel. Welcome to Secret Squirrel Games. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We're going to knock out our daily and weekly cross-out challenges and see how this goes. What did we get? Did we get any wins? Destroyed 2 enemies. Look at that. No victory, though. With the Leviathan. See, I modified the Leviathan, by the way. I'm just going to show it real quick. It's got some differences now. I put a fat man on the back instead of just a little boy. I moved these shotguns that were these. I mean, you can't see it, right? It's pretty dark there. And you can't really see it there either. There's a shotgun here. It used to be up higher. I moved it down a little bit. I made these retchers up on higher positions so that they're on a little more shoot through platforms and such as well, and then little sturdier platforms on the front. And then I also made these side wings here with arbiters on them, and on top of that I put that new frontal machine gun on the front instead of the Gravistar that was there before. And I put the new Stillwind, I think it's called, the new autocannon up there, along with the whirl above that. So that's my changes I made to the Leviathan. I think it's pretty nice. You know, it's pretty decent. We'll see. What's going on, Gore? How's it going? And of course I put that new plow on the front as well, instead of the old plow that was on there. Oh well. You slept in, did you? Are you off right now? Or you work night? Very good, very good. Chores is good. I mean, you got to do it. Let me put my phone on vibrate in the hopes that, you know, A, it won't bother the stream, and B, if I put it under my leg here, maybe I'll notice if I get a call or something, because I very well may during the stream. I probably will, in fact. I got a few things going on right now, personal life-wise, that I might get calls for. So we're going to see what's going on with our daily and weeklies, though. We're going to get those taken care of. I got me another thresher. Bam. Buy or sell an item on the market is the deal. Not a problem. I know that I'm going to need batteries at some point. I might as well buy some, right? 2185, 218 is what that would be for the 100, so I'll just take that. You know, we'll see if we can't get it for 2165. See if anybody bites on that. Give me a bite on 65. Look at that. Other people only offering 28. I'm offering 65. Come on. You can do that. Anybody will do that, right? Somebody will come down. Anyway, Yeah, so like I said, I haven't had the best weekend. I mean, gaming-wise, it was fine. It's all real-life problems that turned out not so great. I got my dad is in surgery right now. My mom is, and they are not together. They're in different states and everything. My mom is set to be released from the hospital sometime today as well. And I am going to end up having to take care of her. So that may very well affect my streaming capability. In fact, I can guarantee you it will affect my streaming capability. Additionally, I am in need of doing something more for some income. I was going to school, but I don't think that's going to cut it. So I will be looking to get back into the regular workforce, which will definitely affect my streaming capability. May also affect my geographic location. Yep, got to get up on that pole. Main stage, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So VIP is where the money is. So yeah. No, I haven't done that in many years. At least as far as direct. What's going on, Big Ben? How you doing today? Hopefully everything's going well. Starting still early in the week. Not near the weekend yet, so probably nothing really exciting, going on. Just a Tuesday. Nobody sits there and it's not TGIT for a reason. Nobody's out there going, oh, yes, Tuesday. Unless, of course, you work like a schedule where Tuesdays, Wednesdays are your day off or something like that. Then, or even Wednesday, Thursday, I guess, then this would be your Friday. But no, yeah, Taco Tuesday, you're right. You have a valid point, Gore. Taco Tuesday is something that people do get excited about. Hey, what's going on, Gundeko? Yeah, absolutely. What he said, I agree. Taco Tuesday is noteworthy. And, see, somebody bet on the 2165. It's definitely a noteworthy thing. I'm sorry. My mind's in like 4 different places. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Oh yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my daily challenges and I'm gonna see if I can start with my raids and make some progress toward either hard raids with electronics or hard raids with copper first. So let's check and see what the options are there. We got Steel Cradle against Fire Starters. Steel Cradle at hard is Frontier Defense against Steppenwolves. It's not the end of the world. That can work. I know some people think Steppenwolves is really hard at hard difficulty. I mean, they're all challenging in their own way, definitely at hard difficulty. I find Dawn's Children to be an absolute no-go, though. I don't do Dawn's Children at hard raids anymore. But Frontier Defense also is a longer... it ends up being a much longer raid, as far as the amount of time it takes, but it's not bad. Rock City, it's a big open map at least for it. I don't like Dawn's Children. Well, it's not... don't get me wrong, they're a challenge for me as well, but it's not about that. That's the reason I don't like them. As I've explained before, when they switched to hard raids, all of a sudden I lost. Yeah, it's true. All of a sudden we lost, but it wasn't because of damage. I mean, we failed the mission, but it wasn't because of damage to me or to, or failure to do damage to them or anything of that sort. We were doing damage to them. It was because they were... Because even the rank and file, the regular, like, little red chevron vehicles all had sparks, and sparks hit all around the area. They don't just hit whoever they're shooting at. So they may be shooting at you, But the mission we had, I think, was data theft, at the one we failed, and they hit the vehicle that we're trying to protect every time they were shooting at us. They also were hitting the vehicle that we're trying to protect, and before you know it, the vehicle was dead. When in reality, they were aiming at us. The enemy was. But they killed the truck too, which then meant auto fail. You know, and there's 60 fuel down the drain because they were using sparks, and sparks were hitting the truck at the same time as targeting us. So it killed the truck. We never had a chance. You know, we couldn't get them away from the truck, despite the fact that we had their attention and they were targeting us. They were. Oof. They were targeting us, but they were also hitting the truck. So. I thought that was kind of bullshit.
Well done. That's right.
Alright, the other dude's around the corner. This arty bastard. And so that's why I stay away from Dawn's Children. Less about the damage that they do to me, but more because there are times where it's almost like saying it's rigged against you. You know, if they've got sparks everywhere, there's only so much you can do. I thought there was dudes just here. Could have swore I saw. Oh, okay. See him over there.
Oh my God, good.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, but that's why I stay away from Dawn's Children, because it's just, it creates a different kind of level of challenge. Yeah, they do. Get wretched, Steppenwolves. So it's so unfair. I was going to build a bunch of retchers. And I was going to... Look at the spread on that guy's artillery shot, man. Jesus. I was going to build a bunch of retchers and just see what that would do if I set my Leviathan out. You know, see how many victories he might get if it was just loaded up with retchers, right? Well, guess what? You're not allowed to have so many of the same weapon type on your thing. Yeah, well, you can do it, but it charges you double energy. So, like, I could do more, but it would be 12 energy per retcher. I'm like, oh my god. Like, well, that's some bullshit. And it's not just retchers, it's grenade launchers in that case, because I couldn't replace it with threshers either, which is what I was gonna do. I was like, well, fine, I'll just put threshers on there instead. But no. Oh my god. This guy's tough. I guess, I don't know. Jeez. I don't know, I don't have any Emily's. But probably it was charging double energy. I was like, well, that's crazy, man. You're crazy, bro. I like you, but you're crazy. Anybody? Quote? That quote was from where? You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy. Nobody? Nothing? Old school? Will Ferrell talking to the guy after he gets shot in the neck with the tranquilizer. The guy's going, dude, you just got shot in the neck with a tranquilizer dart. Oh my god, you never saw Old School? Hilarious. Need to see some Old School, man. You gotta do it. You gotta do it for yourself. You have to do yourself that favor. Do you like Will Ferrell? No, not a bit. That's what I was gonna say. I guess if that's the case, then no, don't worry about it. But what about Vince Vaughn? Huh?
Nicely done, buddy.
Luke Wilson, maybe? Any of them? Wow.
No more running for that one.
All those guys are hilarious, man. Hilarity.
He looks like he popped into a hornet's nest. Wipe the floor with him.
Whoa, what the hell? Oh no! No! I just did the same thing. I was backing up to try to help that guy, and he wouldn't stop moving, and so then I ended up going off the edge. I get him. Well, he'll probably time out before I get there. All right.
Well done, guys.
All right. I was a big fan of all those and I guess all those comedies were coming out in my 30s for the most part. Roundabout the early 30s. So I was having a great time with all those Vince Vaughn and Will Ferrell type things. Comedy gold, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of it.
The enemy is right ahead. Well done. Keep up the good work. Wipe the floor with you.
Goodbye. Oh. Come on out.
This one's gone. And 2 days worth of water.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. Well, I guess I never knew you at all. Hello, will all this trade off getting the ammo? Thank you. Now it's off to slaughter the enemies. Haha. Never get to line your shot up. Boop boop. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, crap. What did I go up on? He doesn't have a ramp. I still shot him. I was still shooting him as I was upside down. That jacked me up, though. I'm half the car I used to be, and I feel I can't reach them. Their erratic driving is insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane, got no brain.
Well done. Keep up the good work. Get this.
Damn it, I'm missing. Boop. I would be doing a lot more damage if I had a second retcher. If only. If only I had designed the vehicle to have a second retcher. Oh yes. I did. And oh, that was almost it. I thought that was gonna be it. Oh, that's it. It didn't take much after that. Do 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 do. You coming to me? Haha. There's a rock there. You can't keep your guidance system on me. If there's a rock there. It's coming up or coming around? Coming up or coming around? Coming up or coming around? Coming up. Oh, coming around.
Oh, I don't think this one's coming back up.
Oh, there, he got him. I had his attention. Oh, man. It's been a weekend, folks. It's been a weekend. I got some life-changing, potentially, stuff happening. At least changing my immediate life. Looks like I may have to go back into the regular workforce instead of being able to just chill and do school, maybe, you know, to get some money and being able to hang out and stream and stuff like that. No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that as much. Looks like it's back to the workforce time. Which is going to definitely affect my streaming capability.
Well done, my boy.
Gotta pay the bills. Well, not really. I mean, it's not. I mean, yeah, you gotta pay some bills. I don't have a whole lot of bills, luckily. I'm fortunate in that respect, but you do have to pay the bills, and on top of that, I just need to make more. I need to make some money, you know, instead of just GI Bill college money. And streaming isn't bringing in any income, so it's gonna have to be yeah, that first one, $116. That's what I've got. I've gotten one Twitch payout. And I'm not complaining about, you know, I mean, the fact that some people shared, you know, some money with me. That's nice. You know, I very much appreciate that. But that's obviously clearly not enough to survive on. You know, not in a first world nation, you know. So yeah, like I said, I'm not complaining. I mean, it took. When did I get it? A month and a half ago, something like that. 2 months. 2 months ago, I think. think 2 months ago. So it was like, took 4 months or something like that. A little after that, about 4 months or something like that. You know, but that would be $348 a year at that pace. And for some reason, they still turned me down at the bank for a new mortgage. I don't understand why, if that's my income. Yeah. So you can see the problem, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I entered this occupation, whatever you want to call it, knowing it wasn't going to be, you know, that I wasn't going to be, I wasn't being unrealistic. I didn't assume it by any means that I was going to be, you know, ninja or somebody like that or whatever. I didn't think so. I didn't have that impression at all. But you hope for something. You hope to be able to make it sustainable at least, you know, to a degree. But nah, $116 in 4 months just isn't. And granted, it's the first 4 months. You know, it's the first 4 months. But even so, even if it grew, even if it doubled, which it hasn't, even if it did, though, that's, if it doubled, that would be what, $50 a month, which isn't horrible. I mean, I'll take an extra $50 a month to play games, sure, absolutely, but it's an extra $50 a month that I'll take. If it's just $50 a month, then that's not going to cut it. If it's an extra $50 a month on top of whatever else I'm making from something else, perhaps, then okay, fine. You know, then fine. You know, but the thing is, I have to have something else that I'm making. Now, for the last 3 months, I guess, or something like that. Yeah, for the last 3 months or whatever, I went back to school, so I was getting some GI Bill money. It was all fine. And I could continue to do that. And I would be fine. The problem with that is that we have some plans coming up in the fall semester, what would be in the fall semester time period. We have a trip planned. I can't do that with class since they're going back to school now, back to the actual in-person classes instead of being remote. If they were remote, then I could still get away with it because I could travel and do my homework or whatever, you know, do whatever classwork and something like that while I was away. But they're going back to in class, which means I miss a class, you know, if I take a week vacation or something like that, you know, which my girlfriend had already planned for and had already put in for several months ago to take the week after Thanksgiving, you know, and for us to go to see my family in Texas. Well, I can't do that if we're back in person classes. So that takes me away from that. Well, that means I don't have any other real income coming in. So that means gotta go back to the workforce. At least with the workforce, I can say, hey, you know, I can go back to work, but I need this week off. You know, that kind of thing. You know, and I'll make, if one of the jobs that I'm going to apply for works out, I'll make considerably better money. Like a lot better money. Like 25, 3,000, 30, like 5 times to 6 times better money to go back to the workforce rather than go to college, rather than go back to college. So, yeah, there's that. Then, upgrades to my system, games I want to buy. Not even a problem. Not even the smallest concern. So, let's see. I guess I'll do this again. Got 15 more minutes. I still got another hard raid to do. Might as well knock it out, right? I mean, it was fun. It was fun, you know, playing Twitch streamer for a while, and I'll still do it every now and then. You know, I'll still do it when I can. I'll say that much. It's not like I'm going to turn my back on it. It's just that, I mean, what? I don't know. I don't know how much time. If one of the jobs that I'm going to apply for, when I get my I got to straighten up my resume a little bit more. But when I get that, if that comes through, then you're looking at, I'm gonna have to relocate, you know, and I'm not sure what the hours are gonna be. I mean, technically speaking, it'll be basically office hours, you know, like a Monday through Friday. Probably not so much 9 to 5, probably more like a 8 to 6 or something, but still, you know, I'll see what happens. I'll see what I can make of it. Ah, crap. Get out of the way. 8 to 10. 8 to 10 in the morning? That's not bad. I'd love to just have a 2-hour job. Well, I shouldn't say that. There are some days where I do have a 2-hour job because I only scheduled, you know, a short stream, and then I gotta go. The problem with the 2-hour job is it pays like a 2-hour job in this case. Job. 8 to 10, but you didn't specify. Was I just wishful thinking, saying 8 to 10 in the morning, or 8 to 10? So 8 in the morning to 10 at night. That's a lot of hours, man. But then again, depending on what the job is. Like, firefighters act like they work a lot because they work a 24-hour shift quite often. A lot of departments do it that way. But that's because they get to sleep on the job, they do all this other stuff, and then they'll work one day, they'll work 24 hours, and then they'll be off 2 days. You know, so it's not that bad. Or they'll be off, you know, 2 or 3 days or whatever it is. I don't know. Stream 8 to 10. Yeah, it's 8 to 5. Yeah, so like a 9 to 5 basic job with an hour for lunch type of thing. I get it. I mean, the good thing, the really good thing, I'm not against going back to what I've had a problem with, and I'm going to be candid here. What I've had a real problem with is transition. Transitioning from the military back into civilian life. It is very, very difficult for a lot of veterans. I'm not the only one. I mean, all I've known, I've had some civilian jobs, you know, over the years. However, and for a couple of years at a time, but even then I was still at least in the reserve. So I always had the military part of my life. the big part of the transition, the biggest part, was not having the military in my life anymore. And it is, I mean, because I've been in the military since I joined when I was 18. So it is very difficult to not have the military in my life. I find the work ethic in the civilian community to be, if I'm being nice about it, subpar. That's a nice way to say it. A steaming pile of crap is more like the way I think about it. I've managed a restaurant for a year just to give it a try. Something new, something different. Didn't go great. A chain restaurant didn't go great. Hours were crap. The pay was shit. And I didn't mind being a manager because I was a supervisor in the military. You know, I'd been in for a long time. The problem with it is that this wasn't the military. So the employees are shit. They're pieces of selfish crap. And it's not like that in general in the military. I'm used to people who actually want to do their job. They joined because they're patriots and they believe in their job and things like that. And you go and you work at a restaurant or something and you're dealing with servers and such, and they are all just lazy, selfish pieces of crap. At least, I'm not saying every single server is, but every single server is what I'm saying. It's all, and that's the thing, that's the problem, honestly, that I have. The hardest part about transitioning to civilian life to me is just the greed, the greed and the materialism of it all. I get the value of money. I get the people want money. You know, it helps make things that they want to do possible. I totally understand all that. And I don't begrudge somebody for wanting that. I begrudge somebody for wanting that above all else. You know, that's where I have a problem. When you're not willing to do a good job, but you expect to be paid like you're a superstar. I hate when people don't understand the concept of merit. You know, you have to earn your pay. I can't stand the employee who sits there and says, well, I showed up, didn't I? I'm here, aren't I? As if any employer, unless they're like a Hollywood movie or something like that, and they are literally paying you to just be a seat filler, in the background, so that they have people in the scene. Jobs don't pay you to just be there, and that's what so many employees nowadays can't seem to get in their mind. They think they're paid to just show up, and that they deserve a freaking award for being at work. And I hate that. No, you don't deserve a reward, and you're lucky if you get paid if that's all you're doing is showing up. If that's the bullet on your evaluation that you are the most proud of, is that I showed up for work, then there's a problem. Yeah, that's what I don't get this sense of entitlement where everybody just expects that the paycheck should just be coming, whether they do anything for it or not. I don't know where that comes from. I was not raised that way. I was raised with the expectation. In fact, quite often, I'm surprised at how much I do get paid to do something, you know? And I'm like, wow, I mean, I think they're overpaying me, honestly. It wasn't that hard, you know?
Great shot, brother.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's definitely good. Yeah, I just don't get where this comes from. But so that's been a difficult thing, you know, trying to find something, you know, that might be meaningful and that I might get some satisfaction out of in that kind of a world. Well, the solution's right in front of me, I guess, but it's going to require a significant investment of time and everything, and it's probably going to preclude me from being able to do as much streaming. And the solution is just go work in that environment. Just, you know, go. If the military is where I thrived and where I felt the most at home, and it's the most comfortable for me, go back and work there, but as a civilian. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a civilian job working back with the military, because I'm retired from the military, so I can't go back to the military, but I can go back as a civilian. It's not going to be the same. It will not be the same. I know that much. But at least I can do something. Hey, you stopped at the store too, or you got those at Walmart? No. All right. Well, appreciate it.
Been able to find them for you anywhere else.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you've got a great t-shirt that was $3.
Oh, all right. The light gray?
Yeah.
Oh.
They didn't have anything your size. So I would have gotten you another red one for $3.
Oh, okay. So, no, the funny thing, all right, it's funny that you mentioned that. I've thought about that before, but not because a lot of ex-military do it, although I had one of my good friends from my first active duty command, that's exactly what he ended up being, a long-haul trucker. I thought about it mainly just because, A, I don't mind driving long distances, and, you know, I can just zone out into my own little world, just doing my thing and all this stuff or whatever. And B, because I actually have I have several family members who've done that type of thing for career. You know, I've had my dad retired from the trucking industry. My uncle is still trucking now. I've had family members. Now, my dad was a veteran also who went into it, but my uncle wasn't. And yeah, so I've had, you know, family members, you know, definitely get involved in that career field. I mean, my uncle's a driver, a long haul driver, and then my dad was a driver briefly, and then he went into management and became was like a terminal manager and all that kind of stuff, you know. So F-250. No, I mean, I wouldn't mind the CDL thing. It's not like I have any issues or any driving record issues or anything like that. You know, I remember, because I used to be a cop, and I remember, you know, when you would pull somebody over, even in the regular car, and you get that whiff or whatever, and you're like, how many drinks have you had tonight? Let me see your license and all this stuff. And you look and you see that that's a CDL, and you go, dude, do you know how much you're screwing yourself? They say, where do you work? And all this stuff or whatever. And they sit there and they'd be like, you know, a truck driver here or there, or whatever it is. Doesn't matter whether it's in town or long haul or whatever it is. And you go, do you know how close, you know you are on the edge right now. This was the poorest decision. I really hope for your sake you can pass a roadside sobriety test. I really do, because your whole career's over, you know, otherwise. You know, I mean, you feel bad for them a little bit. I mean, obviously their decision, you know, put them in that position, but still you're like, Well, sometimes it's not a drunk who just happens to be driving a little under the influence. Sometimes it's this guy who just, you know, it could be so many different stories. It could be he just came from his best friend's wedding, and, you know, he probably shouldn't have been driving, or whatever it is, or, you know, he just saw some friends he hasn't seen in a long time, and they had a couple of drinks at dinner, but now he swerved a little bit and he got pulled over, and now and the cop happens to smell it, and then it's like, or notices the glassy eyes a little bit. In fact, it could be even that he's more exhibiting more of the under the influence behavior and traits because he doesn't drink very often, and therefore he has a low tolerance, and it only took 2 drinks, you know, even with dinner, but he's all of a sudden he's feeling it a little bit. They made him strong or whatever it is, and it's not that he's a drunk necessarily. No, thank you. But he's just in a bad situation, and you feel bad for him in that kind of situation. You're like, man, poor decision, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. There have been times where people have been on the edge, you know. They barely a little questionable, and you kind of just go, hey, listen, you know, I'm going to give you your chance, you know, but you've got to be a stand-up guy and do the right thing, because you've already made a mistake that got you here. Here's your chance to correct it. You know, park your car, call for somebody to come pick you and take you home, whatever. Come back and get your car tomorrow. If you can do that, you're good to go. You know, whatever. But if you can't, I don't have a choice. And I'm taking down your information, and I'll be out here all night, and if I see that car move, if I know that car moved at all, unless if you're having a friend come and take your car, you know, home or whatever, or something like that, then that's fine. But if I see, you know, and I let them make their call or whatever, and if they say, I got 2 friends coming, one's going to drive the car, you know, whatever, and all that kind of, okay, fine. But if they just say a friend's going to come pick me up, you know, or whatever, and I'll leave the car, okay, fine. But if that isn't the case, if that car moves now, and I'm under the impression that it's just one, you can bet I can still write you the ticket. You know, I can still write you the ticket even though you're not there anymore. You know, and I can just go to your house and go, by the way, here's your ticket. You want to sign this real quick? And that ticket is a criminal offense, you know, and now you're screwed because you lied to me. So, but I mean, I've given that chance before to some folks. It depends on their story and their attitude and all this kind of stuff or whatever. And obviously, if they're just barely like right on the edge of, you know, they messed up a couple little parts of their roadside sobriety test or something like that, or they seem okay, but their horizontal gaze nystagmus is showing their eyes doing this, and they're glassy and all this kind of stuff, whatever. And then they're like, you know, stumble a little bit when they get out of the car and things like that, and you go, no, man, you shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be behind the wheel. You gotta hope that they make the right decision, though, you know, which they often do not do. And that's what got them in that situation in the first place. But then again, there are also times where you have a couple of drinks or something like that, but the drinks don't really kick in for a little bit, and then you're already in your car before you start to really kind of feel it, and you start going, uh-oh. But that's when you got to be smart and don't say, I'm going to make it home, you know. I need to pull over, 'cause especially if you've got a CDL, you know, you gotta, you know, you've got to protect that. You have to protect your job, you know, unless you really hate your job. I guess. Yeah, no, it absolutely is. Yep. Absolutely is. There are people, well, you know, as I say, functioning alcoholics. There are folks who are blasted, and you wouldn't necessarily know it. I mean, they it's not that they can drive fine in situations like that necessarily. It's that they have muscle memory enough to be able to perform the specific actions necessary to get them home. You know, they wouldn't. Now, if they had to react to something, the reactions wouldn't be right. But as far as, okay, all I got to do is drive straight here, slowly, you know, put my blinker on, take this turn nice and safe, whatever. And they're thinking through each step or whatever, and they can do it. I'm not going to say fake it because they're really doing it, but the problem is, you know, there are a lot of other elements of driving that aren't taken into account, you know, in things like that. Say what, baby?
I said the other people driving on the road could be
right.
picked out.
Yeah, if somebody cuts them off, that could be it. Now they end up crashing into a pole or something like that. What's going on, Camp Dandelion? How's it going tonight? Thanks for the raid, man. Or today. Not tonight. Today. Feels like it's night already, right? No, maybe just me. I don't know. What's going on, man? How'd your stream go? Do I have a thing going on right here? Let me make sure my scroll isn't... Yeah, there you go. My scroll isn't... Yeah, welcome everybody that came over with Camp Dandelion. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Secret Squirrel. This is Secret Squirrel Games. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday, right? Am I right? No? That's not the way the phrase goes? I thought it was TGIT. No? Alright. Yeah, you gotta get that grub. Get that food. That food in the belly. Get in my belly. Nice. Thanks for the well wishes on the stream, and thanks again for the raid, Camp Dandelion. Hopefully you will enjoy a nice and hearty lunch. Not too heavy though, because you know how lunch does. If it's too heavy, the next thing you know, you got that afternoon heavy eyelid thing going on. Snooze time. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of times it's healthier anyway to have the lighter. Me?
Well done.
How many raids have I done? I don't know. Oh, you mean today? Like, in other words, you were looking to get on and are wondering if I am doing further raids? Is that the question, Gore? Is that what you're getting at? I'm on my... Oh, no. I'm on my last raid. I've done 3 hard raids, and then there is this easy raid. What's your point? The hard raids, well, you know why. You know why they took long. They were, what's it, perimeter defense or whatever it's called? The one with the turrets. All 3 of the hard raids. Not perimeter breach. That's the one where you go in, like at the terminal 45. The frontier defense. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Frontier defense, and those ones take the longest. Yeah, frontier defense takes the longest. I've heard you say so yourself, so I know you're familiar with it. Because they take so long, that's why we're at an hour, and like this one's a timed one. I can't speed it up because it's defend the truck for such a period of time type of thing. Like data theft is better. in that respect.
Wow.
Because it's waves, but it's not specifically timed. But the War for Fire has a time period to it. So you have to defend for that set time period. There's no speeding it up.
No more running for that one.
I mean, you can get through each wave very quickly, but it doesn't matter. They're, like I said, they're on a timer. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Is having to bide our time on this one.
Keep it up, soldier.
Thanks, man.
I sent you backpacking. Finally got you. Get this.
Yep, so finishing up raids. I didn't do missions though. So it's gonna be low power score patrols. You know, breeze through them. Get them in, get those, I shouldn't say get those engineer badges yet. Get the credit for the completing 40 in the course of a week. So as to get the engineer badges later on. Oh, I think I still have, now that I think about it, I think I have enough badges now to get a Pathfinder's container. I think I earned enough badges on Sunday or... No, on Friday. But it was Friday the 13th and it was, you know, unlucky day, so I didn't want to take a chance and jinx myself. So I didn't open my Pathfinder's container on Friday during the stream. Oh, I gotta do this thing. Let me make sure I have the right code driver. That's fine. That's one of the lower level ones. Go knock that out real quick, and then I can move on with the missions and get the daily challenges done. Make sure I have enough patches. Patches? We don't need no stinking patches. But you actually do need the stinking patches in order to accomplish the seasonal daily challenges so that I can get those seasonal reputation / experience points, whatever you want to call them, and progress in that, because I don't want to leave the seasonal daily challenges undone, because that's 2,500 total experience. That's a half a level every day, so I definitely need to get that done. We're going to see how this goes today. I don't think it'll be a problem. I think it'll be a breeze, in fact. I think we're gonna just breeze right through it. It shan't be an issue. Oh, that car just disappeared. And it's not stealth, it just... and it was gone. Oh God, I hate these ones. They take so long. Oh, yes, I know. Escort this idiot who doesn't know how to freaking Come on, moron. Hit the gas pedal, would you? We gotta take so long to get across the map. See, here's where I do wish I had a Skinner. I just harpoon his ass. Push him across, or pull him across the map. That'd be great, actually. Alright, here comes a couple of enemies. Go ahead and take care of them real quick. Alright. Now let's move on. Figure it out. You don't have to drive all the way back just to turn around. Oh my god, that took forever. I knew he was going to turn. I don't want to do that again, so... And then there's two more up here. Come on. Don't honk at me. Ass. Alright, come on, let's get this done. We got, what? One more pair of enemies, I think, maybe, coming from up here, or no? Or is that a different one I'm thinking of? It's a different one I'm thinking of. Okay. Then he's got to get in here, and then I got to kill two Ravager thingies. Good. That's it. That was fine. I got him to the cinematic. Alright, we'll move past this, and we'll go right into battle with the two Ravager things. Alrighty. I knocked that off, whatever. Done. Dear, 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 dear. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. Now we move on. Yay. Alright, cool. I already did my 20 side or group missions in that adventure thing or whatever. I did that yesterday, so not an issue. Don't have those hanging over me. Do have to do my missions here in order to get credit for that, of course, and have to earn still 6 patches. This is the last of the 5 seasonal daily challenges, is this one. There's not another one after this, so I only have to earn 6. So that's good. I've already accomplished that. What was the machine guns today? Okay. Machine guns is the weapon of the day. Move on to starter truck. Boom. Let's go get them done. super easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's what we're talking about. Not just regular easy peasy lemon squeezy, super easy peasy lemon squeezy. I should be done by an hour and a half into the stream. So, what you're seeing me munch on, the unofficial snack sponsor of today's stream, nacho cheese flavored Doritos brand corn tortilla chips. Absolutely. And not bottom of the bag, by the way. Yeah. Like all the way up to here, which is basically full. Because I just opened them. And the unofficial drink sponsor of this portion of today's stream is Diet Dr. Pepper. Cool, crisp, refreshing Diet Dr. Pepper. Tastes more like the original than other diet drinks. Go get yourself some Diet Dr. Pepper today. There you go. I knocked out my unofficial sponsorship obligations. That's one. We have 5 of these total to do, so 4 left. I didn't look at how many patches we got on that. We got 1 patch. That's fine. Yeah, it's an hour and 13 minutes into the stream right now. We knocked out that one in, well, once we got into the queue, that one took a whopping 56 seconds. So these won't take that long, is what I'm saying. We should be done before an hour and a half into the stream. Yep. Which is good, because my girlfriend would like us to go and see a movie. Which actually, I need to look and see. The movie times. It's 1:30 now. Cool. We're gonna go see Free Guy, that new Ryan Reynolds movie. Starts at 3:30. That gives us plenty of time. We haven't been to a movie in a long time. I mean, we have been to a movie since COVID. You know, we have been to one movie, I think. We went and saw Cruella with Emma Stone, which was actually not a bad movie at all. It was a pretty good movie. But I am still looking forward to this. I like going to the theater. Oh, crap. So we are going to go and enjoy Free Guy. Alright, I think we're going to enjoy it. I hope we're going to enjoy it. Seems like it should be good. I went the wrong way. They're going to get him killed before I ever get over there. Yep.
Now that's what I like. Well done.
What, I get 2 more patches? Something like that? 2 more patches. Yep. And that one took how long? 1 minute 24 seconds. See, that felt a lot longer. Finished up that daily challenge. Have one more set of those 2 daily challenges I guess we just finished up. Have one more set here, and that will finish up this one at the same time. Very good. We're in good position here. Yeah, we're definitely going to get this done in no time. We've got, what, 3 more of these to do? Yep. And then I'm going to try to beat that hour and a half. The first hour all being just raids. And then the next 20 minutes or so being missions. And the only reason, like I said, that they took that long in the first place is because Frontier Defense. Frontier Defense is just not a short raid. Takes a considerable amount of time.
The enemy is right ahead. No heroics, boys. Attack from the rear. We're losing people. There's no turning back now. Kill you up. Great. Now we gotta look around dark corners.
No, we don't. It's right here.
Well done,
Yeah, take care, good Deco. Thanks for dropping in, man. Thanks for popping in. Definitely, well, much appreciated. Hopefully you have yourself a great Tuesday. Exciting day of the week, Tuesday. I mean, Thursday is at least Friday Eve. And then there's Thirsty Thursday and things like that. Taco Tuesday is the best Tuesday gets going for it. Monday is obviously, boo, or whatever. But Wednesday is at least hump day. But Tuesday, other than, if it didn't have Taco Tuesday, it would have nothing. You know, it would have nothing. It would get no love. So, go and enjoy your Tuesday. Which, if you're having tacos, then great. If you're not, then it's just Tuesday. Hurricane is gone, so you'll take that as a win. Are you on the west coast of Florida? Or something? Or the Keys? I haven't looked what the path that was supposed to take. I thought it was supposed to take up the west coast of Florida. It was last I heard, but I really haven't paid attention to it. Oh, okay. So you're Georgia. So I guess it already moved well past then. Never mind. I'm in South Florida. We didn't really, I mean, we get rain sometimes, but you never know if it's an outer band of something or if it's just another day. So we get a lot of rain. You know, or whatever. Okay. Well, good. At least you're not being affected by that anymore. I haven't checked the weather in a while. I'm just trying to ignore hurricane season in hopes that maybe that way it won't affect me. It seems like the more I pay attention to it, the more activity we have.
Let's roll.
So if I ignore it, no hurricanes. You know? Last year, everybody was more concerned about COVID. We didn't get any real hurricane effects of anything, so... Ah, went right past him. I got him.
Good work, guys. It's a victory.
Alright. We only need one more of these. I think. Assuming I didn't look at how many patches I got. I need 2 more patches. But I only need 1 more mission. So if I can get 2 patches in this one mission, then then knock them both out at the same time. If I don't, then you know. And I apologize to anybody out there if my energy level's a little low. It's just because I'm a little bummed about the very likely prospect of having to significantly reduce and probably at least cut out for a period of time. Not immediately. It's going to take a little while for any hiring process and stuff like that to go in. But there's a potential of a relocation and everything. But I'm significantly bummed about whether it be in the short term or even in the longer term, at least significantly reduce, if not cut out, my streaming capability. You know, I think I'll be able to still do it at some point. I mean, and I don't know exactly how far down the road I'll have to truly reduce it. Nor do I know how much reduced it will be, or if it'll have to be cut out. You know, but it really depends. Obviously, any of these things are contingent upon getting the jobs that I may be applying for anyway. But I'll put in for them, and I hope. I do want. I mean, one of them would be nice. Definitely, one of them would be very nice. But if I relocate, see, that part of the problem also about living in South Florida is that you're so far from everything else. You know, I mean, sure, we got the Gulf. I mean, we got the Gulf. We got the ocean here, and we got the, you know, the Bahamas and all that stuff or whatever. But I've never been. I've never been to the Bahamas. I've been to the U.S. Virgin Islands, but I've never been to the Bahamas. I've never gone on a cruise out of here or anything like that. And it's just, I mean, you do have those things accessible, but that's not what I'm talking about when I say far from, you know, things that I want to be close to. I mean, we have, obviously, we're a city, so we have all the modern, you know, amenities available to us, like, you know, different chains and stores and all that kind of stuff, of course. But at the same time, it's, you're so far from the rest of the country. So if you want to travel somewhere else in the country, you know, it's either a flight or a very long drive, because your first 10 and a half, 11, maybe even 12 hours, depending on traffic and weather conditions, is all just Florida. Just driving up and then across the panhandle. You know, if you're not going up the East Coast or somewhere in the Midwest, then you're going up and across the panhandle if you're going anywhere west. And my family lives in Texas, so you go up and you go all the way across the panhandle, and that's a lot of hours of just driving in Florida alone, right? Now, then after that, of course, you know, Alabama, Mississippi, and even Louisiana don't take that long to get past. But definitely Alabama and Mississippi, they only have little teeny bits reaching down to the Gulf, you know, so they're like an hour across each one of them, hour and a half, whatever, and you're right past those. But then in Louisiana, you're driving all the way up the L of Louisiana, and then a couple more hours, 3 more hours or whatever, into Texas, you know, to get to where my family lives and stuff. But at least if one of these jobs comes through, if the job that I want the most of the jobs that I've been looking at, that I saw notices for, vacancies for, if the job that I want the most comes through, then we're going to end up relocating up into the Florida Panhandle. And that's not terrible, you know, by any means. But the real key to it is that saves me like half, Eddie, half. That saves me like half of the driving almost between here and Texas. So, like, if I want to go to Texas now, after that, it'll be like an 11-hour drive instead of a 20-hour drive, you know? Or I guess it's more... It's usually around 21 to 22, so it'll be a 10-hour drive, or a 10 to 11-hour drive, yeah, instead of a 21-hour drive, you know? That's nice. So cut that much driving out on each end of the trip. Oh yeah, that makes it so much better. You don't dread it near as much. You know, knock that out in one day easy instead of it being. Usually I drive straight through anyway, or half the time I drive straight through. But instead of it being a 2-day trip, or even considering it being a 2-day trip, or having to look forward to a drive straight through where you're driving all night to get there and all this stuff, it's so much easier if you can do it in half the time, you know? Not only that, my girlfriend's brother lives up basically in the beginning of the Florida Panhandle area as well, and instead of it being a 6.5-hour, almost 7-hour drive from here to see her brother, she would only have to drive about 3 hours. So about half of that, a little less than half of, you know, that drive too. So that would save us a lot of time as far as those things are concerned. We don't necessarily go up to Orlando that often, but if we do, that drive will be a little longer. But, you know, it'll be twice. That's the one drive that would be twice as long, you know. But that wouldn't be so bad. It'd be nice to have a change of scenery anyway. I'm sick of South Florida. So, anyway, I didn't even look at that. Whatever. We got our patches done. We got our challenges done. We even did the replay of the one mission. Made some progress toward our hard raids. Oh, I do have enough. Look at that, 4,400. Okay, let's hope for the best. All right, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed with me. Let's see if we get something good. Be something good. Be something good. Be something good. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Yes or no? It's gonna be, boy. All right, here we go. Man, I knew it was going to be that. I literally had that in my head, that it was going to be that. Like, I totally had that in my head. That is crazy. 551 they're running right now, but more importantly, if I choose, I could just make a retcher out of one. So there is that option. Speaking of, what's the... They're up there a little bit. They're up in that 37 range right now, which ain't bad. Of course, I'm only going to make 3,000 off of it or whatever. It's not going to be this. It's not going to be the same. I'll claim it. Yeah, I'm not going to use the 1,000 scrap for it. I'll claim it, whether I sell it or use it in a retcher, one way or the other. Other than that, I am going to call it here, I think. We're going to go to a movie soon, like I said, and I got real life things to still take care of. Like I said, it's been a wild weekend, honestly, with news coming in about this and about that, especially not even the weekend, really more so Sunday and Monday. A lot's been going on the personal side of life, and I got some things to deal with. You guys tuning in and hanging out, and hopefully I'll have a good Tuesday as well. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back on, though, tomorrow at noon, or I should be, unless something crazy happens. And other than that, take care, and I will catch you guys later on. I should be able, fingers crossed, to at least complete my normally scheduled streams this week. without any issue. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right? Much love to you all. Thanks for hanging out and keeping me company. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you go ahead and hit follow, I guess. I mean, it wouldn't hurt you. You know, follow doesn't cost you anything. And at least that way you'll get notified when I do go live, when I am able to go live. Hopefully I'll be able to still continue on a relatively regular basis. In the short term, at least over the next couple of weeks, I should be able to. But we'll see how it goes after that. And much appreciated, though, for you guys hanging out and keeping me company. Like I said, take care, and I wish you all the best. Have yourselves a great Tuesday. Go get yourself some tacos. Why not, right? All right, take care, everybody. We'll see you.